Hey, welcome back here to Wood Sports Gaming, where we have the Minnesota Twins back at 500 as they got the win 5-1 after a strong outing by Joe Ryan, going 6 innings, only giving up that one solo shot. The Twins was led by a 2-run homer by Miranda to start things off. And then Vinny Pasquantino went deep. So the Twins are back at 500 with a 5-1 victory over the Brewers. We've got the rubber match. We got two rookies. The righty Mizowski for the Brewers, and the lefty out of Hummuston, Iowa, Dylan Reed.
Today it's the rubber match of this three-game series between the Minnesota Twins and the Milwaukee Brewers. Joined by Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, and Dan will see a Major League debut on the mound in this one.
Anytime you're making your Major League debut, particularly starting a game, I'm sure there's some anxious moments going on.
Let's go
One of
ahead
the keys
and
for
play
every
some
young
ball.
pitcher is to not try to
First,
be
grab that popcorn,
better
grab
than
a
you were in
soda,
the minor
sit back,
leagues. Go out,
relax.
the mound is still
Because you're
60
here on
feet
Wood
6
Sports
inches
Gaming.
away. The big key, make sure you continue to pound the strike zone.
So stepping in is number 15, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. The 2-1. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out. And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first career Major League strikeout.
Well, Matt, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to end up being a solid one. All the best pitchers at this level have at least one pitch that they can go into in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
At the plate, Ryan Mountcastle. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
Into the box now, Jose Ramirez. Into the corner and slicing foul. Just getting underway here in Milwaukee. And a half-hearted swing there as they tie him up inside for the 3rd strike, and the inning is over. Pure dominance on the mound as he strikes out the side in order. It's on to the bottom of the 1st. No score on the show. Dylan Reed steps on the rubber today for his first Major League start. Dan, what do you got on him?
Well, I think the big key, Matt, is just going to be able to control the butterflies. You can only make your first start one time, and a lot of emotions, a lot of things are going through your mind when you're taking your warm-up pitches. Hopefully you can settle down, control that heartbeat, and as they say, breathe in, breathe out. Try to. It's not an easy thing to do to pitch as a rookie, but one of the things you have to do is use the positives. The opposing team has never faced you. You can't be afraid to throw the ball into the strike zone. Establish your pitches and try to work quickly.
And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Time now for a look at the hometown Brewers starting lineup. Mark, daytime baseball at home. What do we need to know about these guys?
Yeah, you take a look at this lineup they're running out today, and they got their work cut out for them with the sinker baller on the mound on the opposition side. They're going to have to see the ball up. They're going to have to work the home plate umpire. Can't be given 4 to 6 inches off the inside half, or he's going to have a field day pounding that sinker in there. Should be interesting to see right out of the chute if he's got the good one or not.
Here comes the 1-2. Is looked at for ball number 2. 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. Right fielder looking up. Out of here. Into the visitors' bullpen. So that's his first home run in the big leagues, and it's fair to say it's a moment he'll never forget.
Well, there's no doubt about that, Matt. People ask him 50 years from now who he hit it off of and what stadium he was playing in, and he'll remember it all. Heck, he'll probably remember what kind of pitch it was, too. Hopefully he can get the ball back so that can go in his trophy case forever.
At the plate now, Christian Yelich. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2.
Batting fourth, the catcher, William Contreras.
So now to the plate, William Contreras. Down the third baseline. Reined in. Throw to first with time to spare, and the side is retired. 1 in the inning, and it comes from a rather unlikely power source. We'll head to the top of the second. It's now 1-0 Milwaukee. Leading off the inning, it'll be David Woods, and they could use a spark from him here. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2. Dan Dero, these Brewers, as they begin play here this afternoon, it's official now. They will not go 162-0 as they were handed their first loss of the season last time out.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero, just the fact that they needed a W and that one of their teammates, whether it's them or someone else, has to come up with a big knock.
That is fifth, the first base.
So here's how the Brewers are
Number
positioned
9.
defensively. And let's take glove winner in 2014, covers a ton of ground out there, and don't test the arm.
Into the box, number 9. Hit in the air down the right field line. And 2 quick outs here in the second. So the next to bat will be Jose Miranda. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. Number 38 would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Takes this the other way to right. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Boy, just when you're looking for one of those shutdown innings, you get 2 quick outs, Dero, then you give up a 2-out base hit to extend the inning.
Yeah, you show me a big league ball player that's going to give away an AB. No chance. Everybody's in there grinding every at-bat, every plate appearance. Nice job. Maybe a little 2-out lightning start.
To the plate now, number 38. Lifted in the air out to center field. Long run for the center fielder. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Minnesota. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Now into the box, Jackson Chico. 2 hits and 8 tries for the series. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So the Brewers get their leadoff man aboard to start out the frame.
Batting sixth, the first baseman, Andrew.
Now a throw over, and the runner back easily. Chico gets his lead at first, nobody out. And another throw over, keeping particularly close tabs on him. At the plate, Andrew Vaughn. He's running. Strike called. Now the throw down. He's well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base.
Well, they threw over there multiple times thinking he was going to try to swipe that bag, so they were onto him, but he just waited it out and took off when he had the chance. Nice job of base running there.
And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
This is a perfect example of why the slider is such a great pitch and such a dangerous pitch, too. Sometimes it moves so much that you just lose control of it. This one runs way too far in, and the hitter is standing on first as a result.
Into the box now, Caleb Durbin. Hard sinker, missed 2-2.
Counts now at 2-2, but boy, that one very easily could have been called strike three. Really close pitch.
As a look, now the pitch.
Well, the 1-2 pitch didn't go his way, and now a miss there on 2-2. You know he doesn't want this at bat to get away from him, so I think we're going to see a challenge pitch on a full count.
Payoff pitch home. Comes with the fastball, but it's outside for ball 4.
Two ways to look at this walk. If you're the hitting coach, you say, that's a great AB. Down 0-2, you work the walk, but if you're a pitcher like me, that's just a case of letting a guy off the hook, and that can really frustrate you.
At the plate now is Joey Ortiz. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only one score. Now the 1-1 pitch. On the ground is short. This could be two. He's got it. There's one. But they will not get them both as he beats out the back end and drives home the run from third.
Well, they really didn't have a shot at turning two on the high chopper. They only get one, and that allows the runner from third to score.
So next to bat will be Blake Perkins, and their runners at the corners now. Runners are at the corners with one man out. Now a move over to first, and he's back easily. Here it comes on 1-1. Hit in the air down the right field line. And this will get over the wall, in fact, so just the one run will be allowed to score. And this is pretty cool, guys. Not only is that his first big league hit, it's also his first major league RBI. Not a bad way to get your career started.
Yeah, no doubt, Matty. He took care of the two first with one swing of the bat. So congrats to him on achieving something that's really special that he's worked so very hard for. He'll never forget this moment as long as he lives.
Standing in now, number 10.
Man, he wants that swing back. He'll be thinking about that all night. He crushed that ball. He just needs to stay back a little longer.
Working for the punch out and the offering. And that's going to be high 2-2 now.
Great game plan so far by this offense. They're not chasing any of those breaking balls out of the zone.
2-2 pitch is fouled away. from the belt. The pitch. Hot shot, and the ground is short. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
That grounder was hard hit, and sometimes the runner at third will have to hold on a ball like that, but he was off on
Terrain, and we'll see what he can do here after going deep his first time up. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. So 3 runs on only 2 hits in the inning, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We've played 2 full. It's the Brewers 4 and the Twins nothing. Leading off the inning, it'll be Jordan West, and they could use a spark from him here.
They've gotten a gut punch to start this game. There's no doubt about this, but that's when you have to turn the scoreboards off. Everybody do their job 1 at bat at a time.
A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Batting 9, the catcher, Ryan Jeffers.
Up next for Minnesota, Ryan Jeffers comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. Now the 2-1 pitch. 2-2 the count.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
Sent on the ground out to second. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, number 15.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, number 15. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Very high, 2-1. 2 out, nobody on. Unable to find the zone with the slider.
This is a good at bat so far here with 2 away. If you're going to go down 1, 2, 3, at least make the guy work for it. He's doing that, and he's even gotten himself into a good hitter's count now.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Slow roller left side. Gonna be a tough play. Throw cleanly into first, and that ends the inning. Down go the Twins in order. They're down 4-0. With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian with you as the left-handed hitting Christian Yelich settles in to start out the inning. And it's fouled away. Again, a 1-2. Lifted down the line in left. Mountcastle moves over a few steps to his right as he's got it for the first out.
Now batting, catcher, William Contreras.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, William Contreras. 0 for 1.
Yeah, Matty, and it looked like a sinker in his last AB that got him to roll over. Kind of similar situation right here. Similar stuff on the mound. Look for them to try and get him to do exactly the same thing as his last AB. He's got to fight to get it elevated just a little bit more.
So now to the plate, Jackson Chico. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Contreras stands at first with 1 out. Runners off for second. All even now, 2-2. This one's flared down the right field line. In there, a base hit. The relay, not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Wow, he must be living right because he gets absolutely jammed. Thought we were going to see the bat splintered, but instead he muscles the ball to right for a double. Might get some heckles from his teammates, but no doubt he'll take it.
At the plate now, Andrew Vaughn. Slider misses, and he's in danger of losing him here, 3-1.
And here he is in the third inning. Trouble again. He's just not able to find that comfort zone out there.
And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
Well, some might say a walk there is okay because you've got first base open, but he's been struggling out there. And if you're going to work around hitters, you don't want to work around hitters in the bottom of the lineup.
Next to hit, Caleb Durbin. He's gone over his first 6 at-bats in the series so far. Bases are loaded with only 1 out. Two balls and a strike.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Fouled away. Hard hit ball to second. Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. And the runner from third crosses the plate. And this is pretty cool, guys. Not only is that his first big league hit, it's also his first major league RBI. Not a bad way to get your career started.
Yeah, no doubt, Matty. He took care of the 2 first with 1 swing of the bat. So congrats to him on achieving something that's really special. He's worked so very long as he lives.
Dean Kremer is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the 3rd inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings. Next up, Joey Ortiz. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though.
Bases are loaded here, 1 man out. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Catch is made in medium deep left center. Here comes the runner for the plate. And he will beat the tag at the plate. It's now a 6-0 ball game.
Obviously, he's hoping for more up there with the bases loaded, but you can't be too upset with the sac fly.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Blake Perkins. An RBI double is what he was credited with his first time around.
And he's got to build off that last AB. He battled. Usually when you battle, you get in that swing mode. A lot of pitches, you'll swing at the rosin bag. I love the fact that he was able to work a double in last at bat. Let's see if we get more of the same right here.
Two men are on with 2 men out. 3-2 now. Number 10 would be next. Pulled toward right center field. Woods able to track it down for the 3rd out. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. On now to the top of inning number 4. It's the Brewers 6 and the Twins nothing. Leading off the inning, it'll be Ryan Mountcastle, and they could use a spark from him. A ball and 2 strikes.
Woo-wee. That was some smoke right there. High fire right on by.
Here comes the 1-2. Misses, ball 2.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Chico is there to put it away for out number 1.
Now batting, designated hitter, Jose Ramirez.
Now it would be the Minnesota DH, Jose Ramirez. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the guy on the mound. He's getting paid to try and get you out as well. Anytime it gets up there north of 7, 8 pitch ABs, sometimes it just comes down to pure execution. Let's see if he makes the adjustment right here.
Now the 2-1 pitch. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. And he fouls this one off. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes to the Twins DH.
Wow, talk about a waste pitch on 2-2. That one wasn't even close. I don't know anyone that would have swung at that pitch.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
In now, David Woods. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
This is only their second base runner of the game after that earlier hit. Tough to score when you don't have anyone on base, so we'll see if they can get something going here.
Stepping in once again is number 9. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Woods is off of first with 2 away. Throw over to the bag, and he'll dive back in safely. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this
high and deep to right center. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Twins wind up stranding 1. They won't make a dent in a 6. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, during the break, I caught up with Craig Counsell, the Brewers skipper, about his lineup's performance so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said their ability to get on the attack and chase the opposing starter from the game prior to the 4th inning obviously sets them up nicely for the rest of the game. Now, he just hopes they can keep that same focus at the plate in the middle and late frames, Matt.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Now back to the top of the Milwaukee order, digging in number 10. 0 for 2 with a run batted in for him thus far. The 1-1. Takes a pitch for strike number 2. Now the Twins are going to get a lefty up and throwing in the bullpen. The 1-2. skied in the air to straightaway left. Mountcastle is underneath this one, and he's got it for the first out. Twins are into their bullpen now, as there are the final numbers for their starter. Not what he had in mind before the day started.
Yeah, nothing seemed in sync for him out there in this one, Matt. He just couldn't get the ball where he wanted to, and the opponents really took advantage of that. That's a brutal feeling sitting in the dugout. Know that you disappointed your team and you went out there and laid an egg.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Fielded cleanly on the first, and a good stretch over there is going to get him by a step for the second out.
Not a lot you can do. It's the soft grounder for the out.
Stepping in next, Christian Yelich. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. 6 runs, 6 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. Splitter, 2-2. So a full count now. Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. West will put this one away, and the side is retired. So they go down without a whimper here. We played 4 full. It's the Brewers 6 and the Twins nothing. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Twins to discuss his thoughts on Minnesota's lineup so far. And he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Leading off the inning, it'll be Jose Miranda, and they could use a spark from him here. The 1-2.
Ball, that's too high.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
Got him. The slurve that time, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
I'll tell you right now, this guy has a shutout going, and it's been all business. He's not messing around trying to pick at corners. He's being aggressive in the zone, and he's attacking each and every one of these hitters up to this point.
To the plate now, number 38. Fouled off. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
It's all a part of learning how to pitch in the big leagues. Major league hitters will not bail you out by swinging at pitches out of the zone, so he's going to have to continue to learn how to get guys out at this level.
Next, it'll be Jordan West. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Fastball well outside. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2. Well, as demonstrated there, that's a tough pitch to do anything with.
Yeah, good luck. But hey, a high fastball all of a sudden becomes really dangerous for a pitcher if it's not spotted above the zone. A little height difference makes all the difference.
And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full. 3-2.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Fouled off wide at first, but boy, that had some spin it. The next 3-2. Line drive, base hit to right. He'll hold at second, and there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, I like this right here.
Up next
Offense
for the
putting a
Twins,
little bit of pressure
the
right
catcher,
here on the defense.
Ryan
This game is not over yet.
Jeffers.
And if somebody can catch a gap or maybe hit one out, we got a chance to get back in this ball game. We might have something here.
Here comes the Milwaukee skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So he'll head to the dugout after working just 4 1/3, not enough to qualify for the victory, as
Your
his
attention,
bullpen will have to go a long way
Now
to hang on to the
pitching for
lead.
the Brewers.
Number 40 takes the
Number
mound
40.
as he's been called upon to pitch. Into the box, Ryan Jeffers.
Full count.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Hey, I can understand this batter's frustration right here. He's trying to be aggressive and get something going for his team. They're getting shut out in the 5th inning, but that's exactly why they're getting shut out. You need to keyhole and stay on the attack and make this pitcher come in the middle of the plate.
Payoff pitch on its way. And he got him.
Man, they've really had his number so far in this series. That's his 5th
Now batting.
strikeout in this
Number
series
15.
alone.
Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, number 15. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 guys. The 1-1 home. Fly ball heading for the alley. And this is down for extra bases, and with 2 out, this might get them both home. And the second run will come across as well, so they're on the board at least. It's 6-2 now.
The left field.
This thing was a double or more the second it left his bat. He really drove it well, and it ended up one-hopping the wall out there. And more importantly, he picks up 2 RBI along the way.
Standing in now, Ryan Mountcastle. And it's fouled away. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Brewers 6 and the Twins 2. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and next to hit is the catcher, William Contreras. The 1-1 is high and outside for a ball.
Count is 2 and 1.
Now the 2-1. A bouncer up the middle. Reined in. And he's retired 1 away.
Chico.
Next to dig in, Jackson Chico. He doubled his last time up.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
2-1 to count. Down the left field line and deep. And that will end up a foul ball. Fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. Gets him looking up around the letters.
Now batting, first baseman.
So 2 out, nobody on. And up to the plate next is Andrew Vaughn. The 2-1 home is swung on and missed for strike number 2. And he fouls this one off. Again, another foul ball. Here now the 2-2. Swing and a looper to left. In comes the left fielder. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. Gone in order are the Brewers. They lead it 6-2. Top. The 1-2. And he can't get out of the way there, so the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the inning.
Yeah, I can hear the crowd murmuring now, wondering if he hit him on purpose. But hey, us pitchers need to be able to throw inside, especially when facing hitters as dangerous as he is. Pretty sure this one just got away from him, and hey, that's part of the game.
Into the box now, David Woods. Sinker is right there for a called strike 2. Ramirez on at first, nobody out. Hit hard on the ground to short, and that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one.
I don't know what side of the fence I fall on, boys. Old school, new school. I think I kind of stand right along that fence. But one thing that gets me jacked up is watching guys grind down in the count and drive base hits the other way.
At the plate now, number 9. Breaking ball well inside and taken for ball 3.
This is a spot you like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
Fouled off. First and second. Struck him out.
It's been a really rough day for this lineup. There's really no other way to say it. Not a lot of good scoring opportunities, and when they've had them, like right now, it's just been an uphill battle for them to make anything positive happen.
Stepping in now, Jose Miranda. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. First and second now, 1 man out. In the dirt here, throw to third, and oh, they say he beat the throw, safe at third.
Well, you live by the sword, you die by it too. He went with an off-speed pitch down in the zone, and that's the risk you take there. The catcher can't come up with it, and 2 runners advance. Now they're both into scoring position.
Now the 3-2 pitch. High in the air down the right field line. Catch is made here in right, and here comes the runner from third. And he will score on the sacrifice fly. Next up is number 38. He'll try to bring in that second run of the inning from third with 2 down. Now the 2-1 is looked at for ball 3. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Called strike, and that'll run it full. Swing and a miss, and that's out number 3. Twins forced to settle for 1. Bottom part of the order, 7, 8, and 9 due up in the home half. It's the Brewers 6 and the Twins 3. Number 19 will take the ball now as the new pitcher.
Now pitching for Minnesota, number 19.
Bottom of the inning now, and standing in is the rookie third baseman, Caleb Durbin. Got him to go after the change there, and that'll run things full 3-2.
Hey, excellent job to get yourself back in this count after throwing 3 consecutive balls. You got a chance to get an out right here.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
It looked like this at bat had the makings of a leadoff walk when it started 3-0. So that's a good job not to give in and battle back to earn the strikeout. That's not always easy to do.
To the plate now, Joey Ortiz. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and this is going to be a foul ball. Bases are empty. And it's another K. So back-to-back strikeout victims to start this relief outing.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Into the box, Blake Perkins struck him out, so he makes quick work of him here. 3 straight strikeouts, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee as they're unable to add to their 6-3 lead. Grant Anderson will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his 3rd game this season. All set for the start of the inning, and stepping in will be the very fleet-footed Jordan West. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
You do not want to walk the 8-hole hitter. It just opens up so many options. Do we bunt him over to second with the 9-hole hitter? Do we try and play for that big rally with the top of the order coming up? This is a huge pitch. You can't allow this guy to walk.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Jeffers.
Ryan Jeffers. Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1.
It'd be great right here if he was able to work himself on base. You got the leadoff hitter on deck, and you know the middle of the order is coming up right behind him.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
That was a great hack right there. Timing was on point. Just sometimes you have bad bat barrel accuracy.
Another full count pitch home. Popped up. And there are 2 away now.
Now batting, number 15.
So next to hit is number 15. He drove in 2 runs on a double in his last at-bat.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once an AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he's
We'll have to leave it there as the play is made for the third out. Twins are set down 1-2-3. They're still doubled up. It's 6-3. Andrew Chafin will take over on the mound to start the bottom of the seventh. Now at the plate, here is number 10. 0 for 3 with an. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. Now the 3-2 pitch. And that misses, ball 4. It's a leadoff walk to start the home seventh.
The batter, number 2, second baseman,
Bryce Turan will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ballgame. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. A runner at first with no outs here. Fastball called strike, 1-2. Now some action out in the Minnesota pen as it looks like both a lefty and a right-hander are up to throw. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
Oh, and they've got him picked off. And a good decision to throw as he is toast at second base. At the plate, Christian Yelich to 2-2.
Was able to get by him. His swing was just a little under that one.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Another full count pitch home, and it's fouled away. He'll try it again, 3-2. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Scooped up, throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. None left for Milwaukee. They still lead it 6-3. Trevor McGill will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance of the season so far. Ready to begin the 8th, and next to bat will be the outfielder, Ryan Mountcastle. The 3-1, and a good take there will net him a base runner as it's ball 4 now to start the 8th inning.
now batting, designated hitter, Jose Ramirez.
Next will be the designated hitter, Jose Ramirez. He comes in 0 for 2 as far. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. The second for 1. On to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now.
Nice job on the mound to bounce back from the leadoff walk. Those are usually pretty costly, but that won't be the case this time after the 2-ball.
Digging in next, David Woods, and they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, that's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
The 3-1. Fastball too low, and that's ball 4. So that's the second walk he's worked in this one.
Yeah, and that seems to be a popular approach when this guy steps in. He can really hurt you with one swing, so I think the idea is mostly not to let this one guy beat you, Matt.
So now to the plate, number 9. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Couple of walks in the inning, but nothing on the scoreboard. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Buck Farmer will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance of the season so far. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and now it'll be the catcher, William Contreras. The 1-1 home. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Back on it is the left fielder. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Had a long way to go to make that running catch, and here it is again with the show track numbers. Took a great angle at it, showed nice closing speed, and ended up running close to 110 feet to finally bring it in. No doubt an effort his teammates are appreciative of. Into the box now, Jackson Chico. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Man, this guy's been locked in all game long. I don't know where that ugly swing just came from.
Here comes the 1-2. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. He settles under it and makes the catch in the deepest confine of the ballpark.
Now batting, first baseman, Andrew Vaughn.
Andrew Vaughn the next to bat. 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. The 1-1 home. And the slurve can't find the zone, and it's 2-2. Pitch on the way. Heading out towards shallow right. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Gone in order are the Brewers as they're unable to add to their 6-3 lead. Aaron Ashby comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. So kicking off the top of the ninth is Jose Miranda as they'll look to spark the offense and even things up.
They look like they're up against it here, down 3 on the road, trying to come back against a closer.
And he popped him up. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. Fouled away. The next 3-2. A bouncer to the left side. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway. Ready now is number 38. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
Good luck with that pitch. That pitch is an absolute nightmare, almost unhittable. Nasty downward action, high 80s velocity.
Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. 1 out, nobody on. And a splitter swung on and missed that time, and that'll be out number 2. Now it'll be Jordan West, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth. Here's the 1-1. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. So a solo shot down the line in left. Second home run early in the year, and they cut the gap here. It's now 6-4.
That, my friends, is a cardinal sin for any closer. You can't give up the long ball. Good thing for him, he still has the lead. We'll see now if he can rebound and actually keep it.
Stepping in now, Ryan Jeffers. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1.
Hey, this isn't going to be an easy save. These guys are making him work for this one.
Hit hard, but foul. And with about 32,000 in the building, they're on their feet now. And another foul ball. Final strike for the Twins. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Well, that's not exactly how you draw it up. He gave up a long ball to make it interesting, but it was the only run he gave up, and he hangs on to collect a save.
6-4 the outcome today. The Milwaukee Brewers jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Number 40 gets the win in relief, his second of the year. Dylan Reed permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. Aaron Ashby earns the save out of the bullpen, his second. So that will wrap things up. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our whole crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, head to theshow.com.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon: for the victorious Brewers, 6 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 3 men on base. For the Twins, 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 16 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.